Yeah, it's True Detective here, and today I have a special unboxing for you. In this video, a little pen comparison. A fountain pen. Here's the box, and we are going to go from, let's say, left to right, and I'm gonna describe. Okay, let's see, what do we got over here? We have a special edition of the... Today we got a special edition of the Lamy All-Star fountain pen. I'm gonna explain how different these feel. There also came in the box this hardcover notebook, and today the notebook I'm gonna use is this special edition one, and we are gonna start with the pen called Parker Sonnet. Hardcover notebook, feels very snazzy. It's the regular Lamy notebook, but it has these dividers here. This is great. And it has stainless steel nib and Parker cartridge. This is where you put in the cartridge of ink, and here you have the nib on it. And it came with two fine tip nibs, so that's the Parker cartridge there. And if you have ever written with a Parker fountain pen, you might know that they're all very different from each other. Here in the bag I got a extra nib for the pen, and this one is broad, and this one is broad, and it's black. So it's gonna look pretty snazzy on that. Is the smooth rider. How to get rid of those hiccups with this pen is so that you clean it thoroughly and you let it dry thoroughly before you put in the new cartridge. And it's gonna flow smooth. They have an ink cartridge over here, and I think that's a special color too. It's a kind of orangish color. This is what you should do to an ink cartridge every time you put in a new one, and you should also wash. We have Parker's another pen, and this is called the IM Portal, and it's basically the same thing as a Parker IM, but this pen is brass body with this part is brass too, and here's a stainless steel nib that is medium. I would say that there's not enough bend in the nib. The nib doesn't bend enough. This is something that you should do every time you... The ink is not so thick, so it doesn't have to be washed the pen so many times. I think this handle was supposed to be aluminium and the cap too. So it's a little better materials. It was about 40 euros for this. So my experience with the Lamy Safari pen has been that it's a great pen. And as you can see, it's a bit shorter. So I would say that the control of it doesn't have that kind of bend in it. Maybe it's a okay type of a fountain pen, but if you base your ideas on fountain pens based on pens like these, you're not gonna like them. So why not get a little higher end one? I also got some ink over here. That's 15 cartridges. That's not gonna last such a long time, but Black Friday is coming, so... The next pen is my current favorite fountain pen, and this one is a real expensive one. That's like 450 euros. Now that's a Lamy Emporium. Now I have it broad tipped, so that's gold and that's titanium. It's the best materials, and it weighs a lot. And cap it on like that, and let's start. My favorite color with this manufacturer, it's really snazzy how it shows on the paper. Boxes like these are fucking awesome. These nibs on these pens are very easy to replace, you just pull it off like that. It doesn't come in your way, and I could write all day with this one, and I have done that a lot. I have written all day on this many times. I love that pen. So that's what you should do when you get a new fountain pen. If it doesn't work instantly when you put on the cartridge, just wash through this so that the water goes through the nib. So then we have a little cheaper pink one. I use all of these. I dig this pen too. That's Lamy Safari, and that's only 20 euros, I think, or 25. And with the medium nib on it, stainless steel, and it's plastic body. It's very lightweight. So as you can see, the pen is pretty much the same as the Lamy Safari. This one is only about 20 euros. It's a very cheap pen. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I would own them both. If you want to start fountain pen writing and you're wondering Lamy Safari or the Parker IM, go for the Lamy Safari. This is a much better writer, much better. In my own opinion, you should own them both. And they're very good pens. I love this manufacturer. By the way, here are all the ones that I have. This is the most expensive one, the Emporium. That's 400 euros, and here's Aeon. These are 40 euros. And with the 40 euro one, I have left-hander nib on that. It writes very steady. It doesn't have any hiccups on. None of the Lamy pens have any hiccups on them. I highly recommend this to anybody. Even if you have quite high-end fountain pens, you will find a use for this, I'm sure of that. I love it. I have quite a bit of variety over here. Then I have over here a ballpoint. And this is a Parker IM ballpoint, and you probably don't want to lose it, so maybe some other ballpoint pen for the outside use could be better. There's the gold nib on that. The gold nib is great. It depends on the paper. Then I have over here the Lamy Aeon, and that's full stainless steel. This is kind of your middle ground, sweet spot type of a fountain pen, and it's a very ergonomic one. All these Lamy pens, they are designed by real names in the design games. Now let's get into the comparing. I'm gonna charge all of these pens up so that I will always have. I'm gonna charge all of these pens up with the ink so that I will always have a writing instrument with me. I don't have to fuck around with them. I just washed all these pens. And this one I got the left-hander nib on it. And the left-handed nib is great for those that write with the left hand. And I've got a black one over here, but they have many color options. So the purple one goes into the pink, purple into the pink. So that's the same nib, that's the broad nib, but it's not the same in terms of the materials. Here we have the gold, and replacing this kind of nib is going to cost quite a lot. There's something like 120 euros on the Lamy website, but a nib like this, if you have a pen that used to have a gold nib, what I would do is that I would just get a new pen with a gold nib, and I would get stainless steel for the old gold one. Okay, so what can I say about the Lamy Aeon with the left-hander nib is that it feels a bit detached writing with that. Like your contact with the paper is not as straight hands-on as with these more expensive ones. So it feels a bit detached from the paper as I write with it. Then I have another one over here, this Lamy Studio, and that's with the gold nib. And this one is for something like 150 euros, and this for sure is my favorite fountain pen ever. The purple goes into the pink when I go broad. It's so much easier to think. It's like an efficient writer. What I mean by that is that it doesn't have this side-to-side type of play that you can have with some stainless steel nibs on it. And it feels robust, but at the same time it's slim. So I dig this pen, but it's not my favorite. But if I would lose it, I would feel bad about it, for sure. I got you a referral type of a link that you could buy this from. It depends on your country. And then let's go for this. I'm just gonna show you this. Here, this part, look at that. That's kind of the same way in the Lamy All-Star pen. So I would say that when that left-handed nib felt detached, this feels more concrete. So this feels very straight on the paper type, but as a left-hander it feels it feels a bit off. And if I compare these ones, it's I don't know why, but as you can see, the nib is different on the AUTISTIC. It's more rounded than over here, and I dig this one more. I think this is the C58 or something like that. You could change these nibs with each other. The plastic part over here is just the same. It's a great pen, and nowadays a very expensive one, I noticed. You know, it goes for over 250 euros, this one. I understand why it's great, but I would say that in terms of the manufacturers, this German one, the Germans do it better. And over here, go ahead and check out the unboxing video of this pen. It's the Lamy All-Star, and it's a special edition. It came with this notebook over here, and I got a broad nib on it. I really dig writing with a broad nib. I really dig how that feels. And it's a bit heavier than the Safari, and I feel that they both have their place in my collection. I feel that that nib is going to take a little bit of time to be worn in. Nib. Yeah, I don't dig that. Yeah, that's too narrow. It's no wonder they had it for so cheap, this kit, because who would want to write with that narrow of a nib? That just, you know, I would almost throw that nib into the fucking trash. So, that's a new addition to the collection. I don't know what you collect, but this is one of my collecting items, these fountain pens. Yeah, that looks pretty fucking snazzy. And then also one more item here. A really cheap ballpoint. Yeah, this feels much better than the Parker one. Okay, I think I will make a change to this brand in terms of the ballpoints too. I will quit fucking around with the Parker because they have some problems. They're not that great of pen. Their pens are not that great. This is better. Here's the Parker Jotter XL. The shitty thing about Parker pens, by the way, is that the clips always break. The ballpoints. I have no clue why, but they seem to always break on me. And this one is a really old one. It's about 4 years old at least right at this point, and you can see how the paint has chipped off. I don't really dig to use this anymore. But it's one of the most blacks on the whites, you know, if some ink flows out of there, you know, just great design on it, you know, not gonna mess your box type of shit. Ergonomic ballpoints. And this Parker cartridge is this Quink cartridge. It just lasts a long time. So it's a great pen. It's a great pen. I feel that with this, this is one of the few ballpoint pens I could write long stuff to with. And here's a new ballpoint pen I just got today. I can't remember the name of this, but it's also by the manufacturer Lamy. A bit more slick type of a feel for it. I like it, but you know, ballpoint pens, they only serve a specific type of purpose for me. They're the detective pens, so to say. Here's the regular Parker Jotter. Here's an orange one, and these ones are cheap. It wouldn't really even make sense to replace the cartridges in these because they only cost like 10 euros, these pens. These pens are just too narrow. You know, they're just too narrow, and yeah, they're great for writing short-term stuff, but you know, fountain pens are the way to go. Here's my collection of them. So here's my collection of them and what I think about them for you. I hope you gained something from that.